In a quiet town where people hurried past one another every day, lived a young man named Aaron. He was not rich, powerful, or famous. He worked at a small printing shop and lived a simple life. Aaron believed that the world had become too busy to notice pain. And over time, he too had learned to mind his own business. Life had taught him to survive, not to feel. One rainy evening, as Aaron was walking home from work, he noticed an old woman sitting on the steps of a closed grocery store. She was soaked, trembling, and holding a small cloth bag close to her chest. People passed by her without stopping. Some looked away, some pretended not to see her at all. Aaron hesitated. He had a long day, little money, and many worries of his own. Still, something inside him refused to let him walk away. He approached the woman gently and asked if she was all right. She looked up with tired eyes and said she had missed the last bus and had nowhere to go for the night. Aaron felt uncomfortable. He had never helped a stranger like this before. Yet, instead of offering excuses, he offered her his umbrella and walked her to a nearby tea stall that was still open. He bought her a cup of hot tea and some bread. It wasn't much, but the warmth returned to her hands, and a faint smile appeared on her face. She told him her name was Margaret and that she once had a family, a home, and a life full of laughter. But time, loss, and loneliness had slowly taken everything away. Aaron listened quietly, realizing how rarely he truly listened to anyone. Before leaving, Aaron paid the stall owner a small amount and asked him to let Margaret sit there until morning. He walked home that night feeling lighter. Though he had spent money he couldn't really spare. He assumed that would be the end of the story, just a small, forgotten act of kindness. Weeks passed. Life returned to its routine. One afternoon, Aaron was called into his shop manager's office and told the business was struggling. Layoffs were coming, and Aaron was likely to lose his job. Fear and anxiety returned, heavier than before. He wondered if kindness even mattered in a world so unfair. A few days later, Aaron was invited to a community event organized by a local charity. Reluctantly, he attended. As the event began, a well-dressed elderly woman stepped onto the stage to speak. The moment Aaron saw her, his heart skipped a beat. It was Margaret, but transformed. Confident, dignified, and glowing. She spoke about her life, about losing everything, and about how one rainy night, a stranger had reminded her that she still mattered. She said that act of kindness gave her the strength to reach out for help, reconnect with distant relatives, and rebuild her life. Now, she had returned to the town to fund small businesses and support people in need. When Margaret spotted Aaron in the crowd, she smiled warmly and called him forward. The room filled with applause as she thanked him publicly, not for changing her life with money, but with compassion. Later that evening, Aaron learned that Margaret's charity had chosen his struggling printing shop for a long-term contract, saving not only his job but many others as well. Aaron realized something powerful that day. Kindness is never wasted. It may disappear from our sight, but it always finds its way back, sometimes quietly, sometimes in ways we could never imagine. From that day on, Aaron chose to live differently. He chose to notice, to listen, and to help when he could. Not because he expected anything in return, but because he understood now that even the smallest act of kindness can create ripples far beyond what the eye can see. And in a world that often feels cold and distant, those ripples are what truly keep it alive. Sparkling heart, if this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to NK Dream World. Your support helps us bring more meaningful and inspirational stories to you.